Hello everybody, me again. I just wanted to, whilst we're in sort of like this shock horror thing going on with, with this terrible war in Ukraine, I wanted to remind you all about 2 years ago, this time 2 years ago, and what happened then. And in many respects, we were more horrified then, because if I could remind you, and we all seem to have forgotten actually, but this time 2 years ago, we were all told to go home. And we didn't really understand what on earth was going on. We were told to self-isolate, we were told to stay at home, not see anybody, and not go to work. And it was scary. So I just wanted to explain to you what I did when that happened. And I used this thing again, this what I call a decision matrix, which is control, no control, certainty and uncertainty. I wanted to show you how I used it. So here's the completed one here. So I started off with certainty, no control, and basically what did I decide? I decided that basically we had coronavirus. That's what I was sure of, no control. I thought there might be crime. I don't know why I thought that, but at the time it felt like there could be a lot of crime because I didn't know there was going to be a whole, I didn't know there was going to be lots of benefits, all the furloughing and bounce back loans and grants, etc. I didn't know about that then. And obviously my biggest concern was money. I was thinking, how am I going to get paid if I can't work for anybody anymore? I'm going to work from home. And then the other concern I had was my dad, because my dad was at home. He was on his own because my mum had passed away a couple of years earlier. So I was very worried about him. So what did I do? Well, I went across from there to certainty and uncertainty, no control, which is where I did my scenario planning. And so what I did is I said, what's the best case? And I said, over by the end of April. Well, I got that seriously wrong. The worst case, I said, would be go on for a whole year. Well, again, I got that horribly wrong too. I had no idea that it would go on for 2 years and still hasn't gone. Unbelievable. And what a scary time that was in those early days. Although the sun came out and it sort of made it more palatable. A lot of people started sunbathing, especially when they could realise they could work from home with their home offices and Zoom meetings and lots of sun, which was rather nice at the time. So all in all, it was quite nice in those days. In fact, it got so much better. I'm not so sure it's going to get so much better this time. But I just wanted to remind you that 2 years ago, it was really scary, just as scary as it is now. And we sort of so quickly forget these things. Anyway, so I went into control uncertainty. This is the next box, which is where I made my I looked at my options, and I looked at the options, and I had to close my office. I had to self-isolate. I decided to keep people paid, so I decided not to furlough anyone. I decided not to pay anything I didn't want, so I went through all my standing orders, cancelled everything I didn't need. And I decided also, well, I didn't decide, the state decided that I could only drive on essential journeys. And that was it. Then finally, I moved across to decisions. Now, this is the important bit. What decisions did I make? Well, the decisions I made was buy laptops. Unfortunately, I got out there a couple of days before they all ran out. In fact, I think I bought the last 5 laptops from B&Q, I think it was, somewhere like that. Currys, I think it was Currys, sorry. Go to office every day. I decided to carry on going to the office despite the fact everyone stayed at home. I decided to see my dad every day, and that was one of the best decisions I made. And also focus my attention on clients. So I was on the phone to them night and day, really, saying, are you okay? Is there anything I can do to help? We then started furloughing. We started helping them with bounce back loans, coronavirus, business interruption loans. We did all sorts of things, anything to help them keep going. And most of my clients have stayed with me as a result of the proactive stance I took at the time. Most importantly, went to see Dad. And I saw him every day for a whole year. Unfortunately, passed away April. I didn't know he was going to pass away, but he did. April last year, 93. He was an old man. But I did get 5 years worth of visits, all done in 1 year. And I'm so pleased I did. That was the best thing that came out of lockdown for me. So, how did I make those decisions? Well, because what I did was I did what I'm suggesting you do, and that is just focus on the things you can do rather than the myriad of things you can't do. Okay, thank you. Here endeth this morning. this afternoon and this evening's lesson. Thank you.